If you haven't overcome your sin yet, that just means you don't know how. People that end up working with me, they know they're trying their best, but it still not happen, and the reason is because of a spiritual block, not a physical problem, and the source of that is always sin. So by the end of this video, you will know how to overcome sin for good so that you too can finally go to the next level in your life, whether it's getting more money, improving your business, relationship, or career. In the Old Testament, the word sins come from the Hebrew word shata, which really means missing the mark or missing the target. Anytime you're not landing here, you're sinning. Romans 3:23 says, y'all have sinned, y'all have fallen short from the glory of God. The glory of God is the center. The glory of God is the mark or the target. God represents love, joy, abundance, peace, happiness, and gratitude. The devil represents misery, sadness, worry, fear, doubt, and limitation. Anytime you're not resonating with what God represents, you're sinning. Anytime you resonate with the emotion that the devil represents, you're sinning. When you land outside the target, which literally means shata, missing the target, Romans 3:23, falling short, you're gonna land on the devil's side. And those are the emotions that resonate with the devil. So I want you to take a second and think which emotion you resonate on a daily basis. Because you either on God's side or on the devil's side. Because I was just like you. I thought drinking alcohol, going outside, taking drugs, and doing all type of crimes, that was the sin. But no, those are just the byproduct of what the devil represents. And that's why you're doing them in the first place. I'm sure you've already heard the saying that before you sin, you already sinned. And the reason is because before you do any type of sin, you resonate with those emotions. And don't worry, this is just the tips of the iceberg. We're gonna talk about the whole iceberg. But I just wanted you to have a clear understanding of what is really sinning. Sinning is not the action itself. Sinning is the motive behind it. Let's say, for example, the only reason you're watching those videos that you know you shouldn't watch is because deep down inside you feel lonely. The only reason you do crime or you do whatever you can outside to get money is because internally you feel lack. The only reason you're taking drugs or anything like that, or drinking alcohol or going to party, not always, but most of the time, it's because you hate your life. You're resonating with misery and sadness. So you're using those as a distraction to escape the real problem. If you do not fix the core problem, you will never get rid of your sin. And trust me, even if you stop doing the things you know you're not supposed to do, if internally you still resonate with the emotion of the devil, then eventually you're just gonna go back to it. This is why it's so hard to get rid of sin, because people have the wrong misconception of what sin really is. And it's nothing more than feeling those emotions. You can get rid of those emotions, you're gonna get rid of those automatically. Those are just the effect. Those are the cause. If you didn't have those in the first place, trust me, you're not gonna sin in the first place. And no, drinking in itself is not sinning, or going to the club or anything like that is not sinning. The real sin is the motives behind it. You can drink, but if you're drinking because you hate your life, you're sinning. So every time you're gonna do any type of those action, ask yourself what's the motive behind it, because that's the real sinning. That's you missing the mark. That's you not resonating with the emotion of God. And don't worry, on the second part of this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly how to get rid of all of those emotions, and it's way easier than you think. But first, you need to understand the whole concept. Anytime you feel lonely, you hate your life, or you resonate with lack, which is just limitation and poverty, you're missing the mark. You're sinning. And it's just gonna be a matter of time before you start to take up on those actions. And those actions are nothing more to be judged of. They're just a byproduct of what's in the internal. And until you fix the internal, you'll never be able to fix the external. You can stop doing those for like one month, 2 months, 3 months, but it will always come back if you don't get rid of the source.